Hello, all my fellow connoisseurs. Today we are playing Nioh. Now, I have played this game in the past. I've never been the best at it. Juggling the mechanics is a bit hard for me, but other than that, I do think it is a very fun game, and well, I've wanted to come back to it for a little while now. And with the upcoming Nioh 3, I thought, might as well redo the series. Go from 1 to 2, and then whenever 3 comes out, I'll see about getting it and playing it then. But for now, we're obviously going to start at number 1, so...
Amrita. Some call it a miraculous stone. The Philosopher's Stone. The Queen of England remains locked in combat. With Spain, the country where the sun never sets, for control of the entire world. Her forces weakening with every battle. The Queen and her inner circle turn to divination and alchemy, hiring pirates like us to find Amrita for them. With that power, they managed to defeat the invincible Spanish Armada. But now it seems they want to keep their methods a secret. It seems death won't stop chasing me.
And here we are.
I should have run when I had the chance.
I'm gonna wait for the guard to walk back around. If he ever does. There we go. Dumbass, don't even notice the massive hole in my wall. Didn't notice that either.
What are you doing?
Come on, bitch, I'm deep in the Bronx. Come here. I'll show you why Mike Tyson is famous. Come on, give me that fucking ear. There we go. I do think most of my trouble with the game has always come from the fact of I don't know how to min-max with it properly, but that's something that I can fix with time.
I guess yourself was your only savior.
That you are. Round and round we go. Each. Oh, fuck. I do show you. I can't ignore you. Oh, here we go. Ooh, a spear. Damn, we just fucking snuck that ponytail in there. I just know that shit's curled up like a bun right now. Ooh, battle axe. Dude, I do adore you. Right. So we gotta go up even more. I do adore you. No.
There's only a limited amount of Amrita we can extract from this country, Kenny.
Indeed, the pirates have served their purpose.
The death of the leader of Japan will spark a war, and a wonderful opportunity to acquire more Amrita.
Once tomorrow's execution takes place, we will get our hands on a compass that will lead us to that Amrita.
With enough Amrita, we could subdue Spain, perhaps even the world.
The day when England reigns supreme is near.
But our beloved queen thinks of Amrita as nothing more than gold or gemstones.
We must find them before our nation's rivals do.
Edward Kelly, you will go to Japan. It seems it would be to our advantage to keep the wars alive. We cannot gain Amrita if blood does not flow.
Well, seems like England will never stop colonizing, so...
Such noise.
Damn. I don't know what all we keep when we move on to the next part of the game, so I'm picking up everything I can. I do know we don't keep our equipment, so... Not too worried about that. But items like medicine and stuff like that, I kind of want to try and stock up on before we move. That way I have it for the next part without having to grind up more. It just split you in two! I don't know why, but I've got Insane Clown Posse on the mind. In my defense, it's a very good fucking band. Oh, buddy, you just gonna let me kill your friends without doing anything? You're a terrible friend. Barehanded attack damage. That'd be funny. Do a Nioh challenge run where we have to use just our bare hands. Sounds like hell, but I'd fucking do it. It'd be funny. You fucking pussy. Because I know we're not getting any levels from this, which is unfortunate, but yeah. wonder if I should try and get the plate mail from the guards. Damn it, now they're both coming for me. Where's the other one? There we go. Oh, he got me. Okay. No, do do do. I do do. Gotcha. Okay, yep. There's no way we can kite them one at a time, looks like. Don't. No. That would have been nice if we could have capitalized on that, but eh. You win some, you lose some. There we go. I think I even got a better bastard sword. Yeah, hell yeah, I did. Let's see, what can we do over here? Hey, sick. Nothing over here. Oh. Oh yeah, those are the guys in the front that I killed already, so.
Using monsters like that to fight wars. Guess they got no more use for us. His body just split in two. Oh God! You wanted to kill me from the start. Striking when
the opponent is down and helpless. That's what they're trying to do to all of us who fought for Queen and country.
Damn. Ain't that a bitch? Yeah, well. Looks like I'm cleaving skulls anyways, so might as well make some use out of it. Looks like all moral dilemmas are out the fucking window. Come here, bitch. Dumbass.
Wait for nothing? Oh, I gotta do something. If I jump...
William, I'm through, sure.
Ah, yes. This Voldemort with a nose-looking motherfucker.
The man with the guardian spirit.
Listen, buddy. I'm not affiliated with Hogwarts, so how about you leave me alone?
The secret of the stones dies with me.
Let me show you what these stones can do. Behold.
Man to monster. Alright.
It's time for your execution.
Alright, freak fuck. I'm about to kill you after I gut this bitch right here. At least I wish I could this early. Come here, bitch. God damn. Fucking hell, Harold, I'm not your purple crayon. Booyah! God, I love the design of that weapon.
Well done. Quite a feat.
It's like a ethereal cutlass looking thing. Ah, you fool. You just handed your guardian spirit right to him.
Guide me to the kingdom of gold.
How he's wearing all that metal and still swimming, I have no idea. But hey, more power to you. And there we go.
The journey was not unenjoyable. During 2 years' voyage, the Helloff was lost. The trow sank, while the hope vanished without a trace. The good news of the Blythe Boatsap was nothing but lies. Only Leifta remained. An ironic twist. For what awaited us in the Far East wasn't love. It was monsters and death.
Here we go. Now, one thing I know is the majority of this game combat is dictated by your stamina. So I kind of want to have a lot of that. I don't exactly want to run out quick. So what I think we'll do is we'll go for Axe, so that boosts my stamina. And then let's try Kusarigama. Now, the big thing is, I know for a fact which one is considered the best in the game to start out with, and that's Kato. But I think it also kind of fits since our main weapon is going to be the heavy axe and hammer weapons, so getting an extra boost to strength will be nice. So, we're going to go with that. I don't really care about the tutorial mission. I played this game before. It's been a long time, admittedly, but I think I've played it enough that I don't need the tutorial coming back to it. And since I try to limit how long these videos are, I'm just going to save everyone the time. This may go over the 1 hour time limit I usually set, but I think if it does this time, that'll be well worth it. Obviously, I'm going to try and get everything that I can, completionist style, but, you know, that goes without saying, really. Black Steel Axe. I do love the look of the weapons in this game, admittedly. Now, if I remember correctly, it's swing, swing, swing. Yeah, there we go.
まさか自分だけ助かろうと。
And then make sure we pray here. Get an extra bonus. Now, I will say this. I don't really intend to use multiplayer much. I do know the community around this game is alive and well, so we could probably call in people to help us with missions. I want to do this solo simply for myself and for the fact of I think it shows I'm actually trying for the playthrough. So, but you know, if you're going into this game and you don't really care about that, then absolutely go ahead and call in multiplayer. It's very simple. Everyone's really kind. I believe there's Discord servers around it. Dharma Chakra Kabuto. That's weird. Remember there being a gold set you could get. Maybe that was specific to the copy I had on my PlayStation, though. Be weird. Can't say it'd be too specific. There goes your arm, you bitch. Now the big thing we want to look out for is the little green guys with the bowls on their head. That's the main thing you want to try and find in every single mission. And here we go. These are sort of like those ghostly apparitions you'll find in Souls games. Only you will find these dead players, and you can fight them to get whatever they had equipped at the time. thing you get is Ochako, but you also can get their armor and their weapon. Now, Ochako is actually what you use to call upon other people in multiplayer. So, it's not something you can do just for free, but it's still quite easy to use multiplayer. So, like I said, if you want to use it or you need to use it, don't feel bad about it. Just try to enjoy the game as you see fit. You paid damn good money to play a game. I feel like if you want to play it with people because that's easier or because that's how you have fun, then that is your prerogative and you're alone. You know, if anyone wants to be an elitist and judge you for that, then, well, you can go tell them to fuck off, I guess. I mean, it's opinions. And trying to force people to play a game a certain way never really works out well. If anything, it usually just makes a person hate that game, and the last thing I would want is for someone to hate a game that's actually good. I am still confused about why we don't have the golden Nioh set, though, because I'm pretty sure. Well, it's still pretty good. It's not a full set, but it'll work. Now, we also need to get into skills. These are going to be your bread and butter. Now, I have 2 samurai skill points, which... Oh, shit. Sorry. Guess I'm still tired. Samurai skill points are what you spend on weapon skills. So, I will primarily use these for my axe and Kusari Gama, essentially. And obviously, I have 2, I think it was, 2 ninja skill points. These are going to be used for your ninja tools, which are one of 2 consumable types that will drastically aid you by either buffing you, debuffing your enemy, or just giving you alternative damage options like shurikens, which can also debuff if you get status-based shurikens. There is also Onmyo magic, which you can make entire builds around both of these 2, or you can just use them as additives. Either way, they are both very powerful in their own right, even when used by themselves, and they're even better when used alongside weapons. So, for now, what we're going to do is... Let's see, Gallnut Broth. That gives you a poison effect, which would actually probably be pretty good for my Kusari Gama. However, paralytics are also extremely potent. But the boss after this level will also have paralysis, and I would like to have a way to combat that. She also has poison. However, the only way to get more ninja skill points is if you find consumables that give you them, or if you use ninja-based consumables. So, what I think we're going to do is I'll get some kind of damage-dealing consumable. Or I will take this. This is very good. Power pills buff your strength, and more damage early on is always good. Then we'll take the Shikengan pills. And I'll have those in the backlog for next time. Now, to equip your Onmyo magic or your ninja tools, you have to go back to a shrine. So, we're going to run all the way back there, and yeah, that will respawn the enemies, but I can kill them pretty easily, so I'm not too worried about it. And since we found one of the Kodamas, which are the little green guys with the bowls right here, we can get a blessing from them. Now, because we only found one with the Black Bowl, we can only get the Warrior Blessing, which gives us armor drop rate increased. But I'm not gonna lie to you, you really don't have to worry too much about equipment until your New Game Plus run, which is very heavily recommended to do. I may or may not be doing it. I don't know. We'll find out. But at the very least, what you do want to get is more Amrita, more Elixir, and more materials. Those three are going to be your bread and butter right there. So, because of the fact it does cost some of our gold, I'm not going to start a blessing. And here we can go to the Jutsu. Now, there is also a Jutsu cost, which you increase by raising your stats. So because of this, I can only have one of these two at a time, because my capacity is 5. And getting both of these would put my cost at 7. So you do want to invest your skill points into these at least somewhat. So what you would do is you would go back and you would do dexterity. And that's great for us because I picked the Kusari Gamma, which scales off of dexterity. And even then, if you raise a stat relating to Onmyo Magic or the ninja tools, you will get skill points. So there's no reason you should be too low on skill points for any specific thing. You can even get samurai skill points from raising your core stats. So what Nioh does best is it gives you freedom of choice. And because of that, what I think we're going to do is we are going to focus a little bit on our spirit, because that is also going to be really important for this boss fight of this level. And at the same time, it'll also increase our Onmyo Magic power, which I do intend to use Onmyo Magic, just not yet. And yeah, as you saw, you need Amrita, so that's why I say getting the blessing for Amrita is very important. So now we'll go back to here, and we'll see what we got here. So we have the grapple skill, which whenever someone's out of breath, like I've seen a few times now, and I hit them and they fall over, this lets you grab them before they fall over. Now, I don't know if the attack is better or worse than simply hitting them on the ground, but what we do want most are the flux type ones that revolve around key pulsing. Because this means if I can pull this off, I'll never be out of key. And that is the main thing. You want to never run out of key. So what we'll do is we'll grab Flux for this. Now, they do sometimes screw up the descriptions on things, because you have can only be used when your sword is sheathed, but this is an axe we're dealing with right here, but it is what it is. And this is the big thing. Some skills will also translate between weapons, like Flux. So I don't know if these key pulse ones do. So what we need to find out is what stance we like best. Low stance uses up the least amount of ki and is the fastest, but it also has much less damage. Medium, or mid stance, is essentially more swing time, less speed, more damage. High stance. No combo. You get one attack that's technically two, but it's one button press. Long wind-up, or, well, no, it is actually two attacks, okay. So you get two attacks, which is less than the others, which have combos of three. Has higher swing time, but it's also got higher damage. And it's got less speed, so you gotta balance it. So let's go back over here and mess with this guy a little bit. Now, it's also sometimes very easy to still kill something when you're swinging slow, because the AI sometimes will have them back up, and if you have a longer weapon like I do, not really gonna matter. So, what I think we'll probably do is we're probably gonna focus on mid stance, and then high stance, and then low stance. So, we're gonna get the... because we don't have a Kusarigama yet, we're gonna get this. Ki Pulse Heaven. And it does translate. Now, this is the best thing. If you can get the living water skills, it makes everything so much easier. Because like when that enemy dodged backward, I can dodge forward when my ki pulse is ready, get my ki pulse, and then keep swinging. And look at that. Every time we keep doing we keep attacking things, we have chances to get samurai skill points. So now we can do the one for mid stance, or we could try and save up for heaven and earth. So let's see. So I essentially would do one attack or two attacks, press Y, and then I'd be able to do that move. However, we don't have a lot of stamina, so focusing on extending our combos right now is a bit of a sorely promise. What we should be doing is focusing on Ki Pulse and Living Water. Now, as you'll notice, Living Water for different stances has different costs. Earth has 1, Man has 3, and Heaven has 5. So we'll do Ki Pulse Man and then try to go for Living Water Man. The best way to do Ki Pulses, by the way, is to try and watch your character so your eyes aren't flicking up. Because that's what I've always done, and it can actually make things a little bit harder for you. So that's what I'm going to try and start doing. But again, it can be a little bit difficult at first. You just have to get used to when you need to do Ki Pulse. Because as long as you time it right, you should be fine. But it's a matter of if you can learn when the timing is right. Because you want that extra boost to your next attacks. And there we go, we got a Kusarigama. Now, the Kusarigama has a very long combos from what I remember. So, you get a lot of attacks at lower damage, but it kind of balances out because of the fact you get more attacks. We don't know for sure if there's anything worth it there, so I think we're gonna leave it be. Now, there's two ways to proceed for the time being. There's going up there, which will actually lead us towards the end of the level. And there's going through here, which is mainly side area, side content. But, like I said, I'm going to try and complete as much of this as I can, so we're going to do the side content first. This is where we really need to get a bow, so we can deal with enemies like him. Go through here. Oh, it's you. And we got a longbow now. Now, in regular enemies fighting, it's usually fine to do the flick upward and look at your ki / stamina to know when to do it. In boss fights, you do not have that luxury. It will kill you if you can't do, if you can't focus on the sparkles that are flying around your body instead. Also, falling attacks are very strong. Use them when you can. And now we've got a new path we can take. Shortcuts. A staple of Souls-likes. The farther you progress, the easier it becomes. Now, we're not going to be able to level up too much, obviously, because just how much Amrita you need. At the very least, not just yet. But if we play our cards right, we can level up enough that the upcoming fights are just easier and easier. Now, body, as it says down here, affects life and resistance to poison and paralysis. So, You want those if you want to be able to shrug those effects off. Your heart affects ki. Like I said, ki is very important. However, it also slightly boosts your life, and it has the possibility of giving you skill points for samurai. Then you have stamina, affects life and how much weight you can carry. So if you want to use heavier armor, you need stamina. And obviously, weapons mainly affected by it are cannons. But remember correct, obviously it's showing it here on our melee weapon 1. It's boosting our axe somewhat. Strength, amount required to activate the special effects of heavier weapons and armor. So you'll sometimes come across equipment that have special effects. You can sometimes only use those depending on if your stats are well enough. And strength is usually found on heavier armor. Though if we're going to use heavier stuff, we kind of want to boost our strength. Skill. Sorry. The amount required to activate the special effects of more technical weapons and armor. So, dual swords, tonfa, guns. Dexterity determines the effect and capacity of your ninjutsu. Kusarigama is also mainly affected by it. It is the ninja weapon, essentially. Omyo Magic doesn't have any specific weapons tied to it, but it's also still very powerful. And then Spirit affects the power of our Guardian Spirit. And though we haven't been able to show it off yet, it helps us fight back against Yokai realms. And you'll get to see that in a bit. Now, the big thing is that Guardian Spirit, the Spirit stat, also affects Omyo Magic power. So, it's a good thing to boost that too if you're looking for an Omyo Magic build. For now, though, I think what we're going to do is... I think we're going to boost... Then we're going to boost our dexterity, so we can bump up our ninjutsu capacity and get those 2 skill points. And now with that, while we can't use the Shikin Gon pills, we don't really need them yet either way. So, what we can do is get access to more ninjutsus. So, shurikens, there you go. Kunai. They're stronger, cause more damage. However, obviously, have a higher jutsu cost. Now, the big thing is, these ninjutsu buffs, they're mainly good against they're mainly good when you pair them with faster weapons. Like the Kusarigama, or the Tonfa. The single sword is decent with it, and dual swords are also very good with it. So we probably won't be focusing too much on these just yet, since our main weapon is the axe, but we'll definitely be coming back to that at some point. For now, though, I want to get the extra resistances, so we're going to get that anti-toxin pill. Like I said, next level, we're going to really need those things. And so now, we can go up here. Ooh, we did hit our 1 hour mark. I do think I'm going to end the episode off here. I wanted to get a little bit further, but I'll probably just record the next episode very soon, so it won't take long. But with that being said, thank you all for watching. I'm glad I could start up this game again. Hopefully, I'll be able to finish it like I haven't been able to, and you'll all get to see it with me. Hope you have a good day or night wherever you are.